In question 7, we have a curve that has equation y equals to 2 plus 3 sine half x for 0 to 4 pi. We have to state the greatest and least values of y. Now, as it is a sine function, we know that if a function is of the form a sine bx plus c, the maximum value is given by c plus a and the minimum value is given by c minus a. So in this question, the value of c is 2 and a is the amplitude is 3. So the maximum value will be 5 and the minimum value will be 2 minus 3, which will be equals to minus 1. In part B, we have to sketch the curve for the equation y equals to 2 plus 3 sine half of x. Now we already know that the maximum value will be 5 and the minimum value will be minus 1. Now to sketch a graph, it is easier if you just substitute the values of x that are given over here in the given equation. The given equation was y equals to 2 plus 3 sine of half x. Now substituting x equals to 0 for the first value. So if I substitute x equals to 0, so sine of 0 will be 0. So 2 plus 0 will become a 2. So this value for x equals to 0 will be a 2. So let's say 2 is up here. This will be the first value. Now substituting x equals to pi over here. So taking the value of x as pi, we'll get y equals to 2 plus 3 sine half of pi. So half of pi is 1. So this will become y equals to 2 plus 3, which is equals to 5. So this will at x equals to pi, the value of y is 5. Now substituting 2 pi in the same equation, this will become y equals to 2 plus 3 sine 1 upon 2 into 2 pi. 2 and 2 will cancel out. Now sine of pi, if I substitute this in the calculator, this is equals to 0. So 2 plus 0 will be 0. So this will be at the point 2. Now substituting 3 pi in place of x, we'll get sine of 3 pi upon 2. So substituting sine of 3 pi upon 2 in the calculator, we'll get minus 1. So this will be equals to y equals to 2 plus 3 into minus 1. So 2 minus 3 will become minus 1. But 3 pi, the value will be minus 1. And then substituting 4 pi in place of x. So that will become 4 pi upon 2, which is 2 pi. So sine of 2 pi, if I substitute this in the calculator, I will get a 0. And then y will be equal to 2 plus 0, which will be equal to 2. So once we have plotted all the points, we just simply join them to make a graph. So the graph will represent a complete sine graph. Now, one thing to remember is that this half x represents that sine will complete one revolution, half a revolution in 360s, which means in 360 degrees or 2 pi. So if it is 4 pi, it means half a revolution in 2 pi, then a complete revolution in 4 pi, which means that this graph is the correct representation of 2 plus 3 sine of half x for 0 to 4 pi. In part C, it is asking us to state the number of solutions for the equation 2 plus 3 sine half x equals to 5 minus 2x. Now, an easier way to do this is if we just simply sketch the graph of y equals to 5 minus 2x. So if I'm sketching the graph of y 5 minus 2x, if I take x equals to 0, y will be equals to 5. And if I take x equals to, let's say, pi, so substituting pi in place of x, I'll get 5 minus 2 into pi, which is equals to minus 1.2. So minus 1.2 will be, let's say, somewhere over here. And at 0, it was 5. Now, if I draw a line for 5 minus 2x, it will be going through these 2 points, which means there will be only one point of intersection or one solution for the equation 2 plus 3 sine of half x equals to 5 minus 2x. So we'll just write a 1 over here as our answer.